And we're live. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be looking at the chat. We're going to be going through our haul from Sunday today. Jamison's Closet, you are first. Yay! I'm not sure how good the lighting is in here today. I do apologize ahead of time. It's really gray outside, so all the light coming in my house is really dreary. I have the photography light over here. I have another light over here, and it looks like I'm still blue, but we'll work with what we've got. Hi, Trey. Good morning, everybody. So typically I do these haul videos on Tuesdays, but we got behind on doing the laundry. We always wash our haul, and then I show it. I think I talked about that last week because I showed you we leave the barbs on so I know what color things are when I show them, and they get curly from being in the dryer. Oh, okay, the lighting looks good. That's good to know. I look blue to me, but hi, Veranda Files and Amelia. So we went to only just one Goodwill on Sunday, and we didn't get a lot. We were very cherry picky. Normally with this size of a haul, we would have gone to a second Goodwill and gotten more, but our death pile is building up. We are sitting on a pretty good sized death pile, which we like to have in the winter just in case we ever get snowed in and can't go out sourcing, but it's pretty big, and we still have like a lot of stuff that we got. Some of you may remember my friend stopped selling on eBay and gave me all of our inventory, and I got two really big hauls like the last two Sundays. So we have a lot of stuff here. So we just went to one and got, I think it was like $58, I want to say. So probably like 58-ish items. And we called it a day after that because we got a lot to go through here and we don't want to keep building up the death pile. I actually, most of you know, I purposely keep a death pile in the winter because of where we live, but sometimes even that gets too big. But let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm just going to pull stuff out at random. Again, I didn't organize ahead of time. I kind of like just pulling it out and seeing what we get. So pink was the 99-cent color of the weekend, and I got these White House Black Market. These are a smaller size. I know I talked last week about why I buy these small sizes. Typically for most brands, I aim for size 14 and up. And some brands, I'll buy these smaller sizes very briefly in case you watched last week. I don't want to be repeating myself. But for the same reason that I buy the larger sizes. I feel like the mid-range, the average sizes are the ones that are easy to find, and women who wear plus size or women who are very small have a hard time finding clothing, so I get the very small clothing as well. And White House Black Market for 99 cents, I'll buy in any size. Good morning, Lance. Welcome in. And Land Shark Picker, hi. I think I dropped in on you the other day to say hi when you were with Justin. These I paid $6.99 for. Y'all, these are my favorites. You know that. I will always pay full price for these, and I will buy them in any size. These are cool because they are distressed, and they are ripped, and they have holes, which for some reason makes jeans more desirable. And they're the Francis style, which does a little bit better than some of the other ones. These are hydraulics, and this is, it's not a great brand, but I do well with it for some reason. And like even Megan Mawhinney was pretty shocked when I told her that, and she's the jean queen. But for some reason, these hydraulics move really fast for me. Now they will only sell for like 18 to 20. So I only pick them up when they're 99 cents, and I usually try to aim for the smaller sizes that are going to ship first class so that I'm not paying for a padded flat. But they move so fast for me that I feel like it's okay to turn 99 cents into even $18 for how quick they move. I don't know what it is. I guess they just have a following, like the Massimo from Target. And these are super wide bell bottoms. So that's like in style. The low rise bell bottoms. Good morning, Thrifty Falconer's wife. And I will butcher your name below her, but hi. 99 cents for J. Crew. I picked J. Crew up because it does well on Posh. I put it on eBay too. I don't put all my eggs in one basket, but that's a brand that does good on Posh. And you know what? Actually, I think it was over the weekend. I sold a pair of J. Crew on eBay for $22. So, surprise! This is, you know, a run-of-the-mill mall brand as well, but it was only 99 cents, and it's a really cute denim cropped jacket, and it feels light because it's a smaller size. I still think it's going to go on a padded flat probably though. These are, see, now this is a brand I normally would pass on anything that is J. Jill, but these are, they were 99 cents, but they're tan and they're flared. And I like to pick up jeans that are colored, like tan, black, pink, purple, green, yellow. I do well with the colored jeans, and these got the nice, really wide leg at the bottom. So I decided to try them for 99 cents. There's like a really exciting shirt in here. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but Keith found a really awesome shirt. This is just a run-of-the-mill. It's a Pronto Uomo. I think that's how you say it. This is one of Keith's bread and butters. He picks them up for 99 cents. This one is a button-down. I think that's pink and brown. It's got the nice flip cuff. Y'all are quiet. You must just be listening while you're working. This is the exciting one. We paid full price for this, so it was $5.29. It is Burberry's. This is the very first Burberry's we've ever found. We've never ever found one before. So this was our first, and absolutely we were willing to pay full price. It's tan or yellow. See, my eyes are bad in this light. Stripes, button down. It's got the white collar and the really big flip cuffs at the bottom. I'm very excited to have found a Burberry. Actually, Keith found it, but you know. Lance is driving. Heather's posting. Tiffany's driving. Housework. I want to say Keith starts the Pronto Uomos. I'm absolutely butchering that name, I'm sure of it. Anywhere from 12 to 18, just depending on the size and the style. And that's why we call it his bread and butter. Because even flipping 99 cents into 12, you know, in a volume-based business, that's good. I think I was going to make a comment about the housework. Oh, I used to do my housework in the morning before I started work, but like that was a year ago. And then I don't know. I get up in the morning and I'm so excited, like I just want to get to work. I save all my housework for after dinner. Like I do the dishes and then I do whatever I need to do. Because I like to just get up and get to work. Thrifty Falconer's wife is getting her tires rotated. Posting. Packing. So everybody's working. There's a lot more to selling clothes on eBay than I can cover in like 5 minutes, but you're more than welcome to peruse through my channel and watch the videos. I don't think I've ever even heard of this brand. It's Cavi. It's 99 cents. I'm sure that this was picked up because of the way it looks. pretty cool. It's got like different pockets on the front and this gold bar. And it's got some stuff up here on the sleeve. Yeah, I get that. My back doesn't cooperate much, so I actually only do, I follow Fly Lady, so I split my housework up over the week, and I only do like one tiny thing a day, and that's all I can handle. So if I vacuum the bedroom, I'm done. That's all I can do. So I have to split all my housework up into like 5 or 10 minute increments over the week, and Keith helps a lot. But most of the day I'm sitting in a chair, so it's nice to move around after dinner. And when it's spring and summer and it's nice around here, we usually go for a walk after dinner just to kind of move around and get the circulation going, because this is a very sedentary job and most of us sit for most of the day, so it is good to get up and move around. It did look like some type of uniform, didn't it, Melody? And hi, by the way. So these are bread and butters for me. They're just the Old Navy Rock Stars. They're a size 14. This is one I pick up, size 14 and over. Old Navy Rock Stars used to be my favorite to wear, but I'm into the Not Your Daughter's jeans now. I really like them. They're very comfortable. And they fit right, like, because I'm curvy and they are made for curvy bodies, so they're just, I love them. There's a plug for Not Your Daughter's jeans. This is Old Navy as well. It was 99 cents. This is the Old Navy. It's called the Classic Shirt. And these will go for like 12 to 14 depending. They go pretty quick though. I feel like these have a following because they go fast. Now they don't go for a lot, but they go quick. So you put 99 cents into it and your return on investment is like right around $9 after all fees and everything. Maybe more like $7 to $9, but it's so fast. So like by the next time you're outsourcing, you've already more than times 7 your money. I shouldn't even try to do math live. I should just like keep that for pre-recordeds. So it is an extra large as well. A lot of the Old Navy stuff that has like that name, the name of the clothing, like they have a bunch of, I call them booty shorts that I bought last summer, and they're like the classic short, the classic khaki. They do really well, and I think it's just because a lot of people like Old Navy clothes. And some of the stuff you can't find in the store anymore. This is Supply Company USA. And I'll show you why we bought this. 1, it was 99 cents, and 2, it is a Western Pearl Snap. And you guys know that any Western Pearl Snaps we find, we don't care what brand it is, we pick it up. These do really well. And these pants they were 99 cents. Again, not a very like sought after brand, but I could not leave these. There's no way I could have left these pants behind. They look like snakeskin. They're just so cool. The Old Navy, the classic shirt, like I said, does well. And in the summer, I do a lot of their booty shorts, and their jeans are good, but I aim for size 14 and higher on those. I don't know why, but I have Old Navy, Gap, and American Eagle. The jeans do really well for me, and there's a lot of people that say they can't give those away. And it's weird because like there's people that say they do really well with the Levi's that have the numbers like 515 or whatever. I can't give those away. So go ahead and give it a shot. Don't invest too much money in it, and don't be mad at me if they don't move for you. I could just have a magic touch with Old Navy. Well, the Pearl Snap shirts, it really depends on the brand and the size. We have sold Lucky Brand Pearl Snaps for like $25. We've sold Old Navy ones for like $14. So it just really depends on the brand and the size. And most of them we get for 99 cents. There's very few that we would pay full price for. There's like a Rocky Mount brand. The other one is failing me right now. But there's a couple like real fancy Pearl Snap brands that we would pay for. I really wish I could remember the other one. And I can't even like look in my store because we don't have any. They go so fast. The Lucky Brands we'll pay full price for because I can get like $20-25 for them. So these were 99 cents. Stark Raven Wild is in here. Hi. Yeah, it all really just depends on how the shirt looks too. Yeah, there's just like there's so many variables when you comp, and you can ask for more if it's more unique, a bigger size, things like that. Anyway, these were 99 cents. They're a LuLaRoe. I don't know how well this brand's doing with all this stuff about it in the press, but I'm still moving it when I find it. I just sold a new Tags dress last week, so these are cute though. Look at all the ducks. Baby ducks. Mommy ducks. We pick up all of them, Trey, just because our cost of goods is 99 cents. So we aren't that picky. We pick up any Pearl Snap. And the reason is because of how fast they move. So if you're only investing 99 cents and the shirt only sells for 12 or 14 bucks, but it sells within a week or two, you've already got your cost of goods back and your profit. So if something was 99 cents that sold for 12 and it was going to sit for a long time, we probably wouldn't. But the Pearl Snaps move so quickly, it's absolutely worth the time and the effort to turn 99 cents into 12 that quickly. And we are a volume-based business, so we're not too concerned. We don't like only source things that are going to sell for this much. We deal with what we've got around here, and that's how we've become a volume-based business, because the better brands are really hard to find around here. So we just do what we do, but our cost of goods is really low, so that always helps. Here's another Pronto Uomo for 99 cents. This one's a blue, white, and red plaid, long sleeve button down. This is, I think it just says blue. I'll show it to y'all. It's an extra large tall though. That's a good size. It was 99 cents. It's long sleeve button down. It's got a nice print on it too, if you can see that. I'm gonna stop for a drink real quick. Yeah, exactly, Jaminson's Closet. You know, if Keith and I have discussed this before, because we're trying to raise our average sale price, which we are doing with phones and electronics, but if we stuck to the higher end stuff, like there's a lot of resellers that'll say, I won't source it or I won't thrift it if it's not going to sell for 30 or higher. If we stuck to that, we would come home with maybe 2 items a week, maybe. Like this week we would have come home with the Burberry and the silver jeans, and that would have been all we sourced, because our area just does not have a lot of the higher end stuff. So if we were to say we're only going to source items that sold for 30 or higher, we would maybe, I don't know, maybe have 20 things in our store, literally, because out of this whole haul, we would have only brought 2 of these items home with us. So we have learned to work with what we have and what's in our area. Thankfully, we only pay 99 cents for a lot of our stuff, and we've just adjusted, and we've learned which brands have a following. And you'll have me say that a lot, or you'll hear me say that a lot. But there are like bread and butter brands and mall brands, even Mossimo from Target. There are people that wear it and look for it online and will purchase it. A lot of it moves pretty quick. Some of it's long tail. But we just have to adjust, because if we legitimately stuck to a certain price. I don't even think we could do this full time. I don't even think it would pay the bills, honestly, because like I said, I would only brought home 2 things this weekend. And if I look at what we sourced last weekend, I think there was only 1 thing we would have brought home. And you can't have a reselling business if you're only sourcing a couple items a week. And that's just clothing. We obviously sell phones, electronics, and Plush and other stuff. But we treat our clothing really as like the bread and butter of the volume-based part of our business. We get it for 99 cents. We put it in there. It fluffs up our numbers. It builds up our inventory. A lot of it goes every single day, and that's our volume. And then we put in the electronics and the Plush to raise the average sale price and get those higher prices. Like just this morning, I sold a Grumpy Cat for $25 plus shipping. So, you know, it kind of averages out. But if we want to stay in clothing, we have to learn how to adjust and do a volume based on bread and butter. And I know some people say, well, it just takes too much time, but that's all we have available to us. We don't live in an area where there's an abundance of higher end brands. And if we only built ourselves on the Plush, that's not going to be really profitable either. So we just have a good mix in the store. We have bread and butter and higher end items, and then we have hard goods and Plush and stuff. So, good morning, Anne. Good morning, Trina. I guess I just wanted to put that out there so that anyone else that is in a position that we're in, if you live in an area where you just can't find a lot of the really expensive designer clothing, you can build a volume-based business if you have a Ben's nearby or a 99 cents day, and you learn, you know, to just pick up the bigger sizes and which mall brands have followings and which ones are going to flip best on Posh or eBay. It just takes time to learn. And at 99 cents a pop, that's how we learned. Many of you guys know that. We are mostly self-taught. We just bought it all, brought it home, and learned, and we didn't lose any money doing that, because worst case scenario, when you paid 99 cents, you're definitely getting your money back, and you know not to pick that brand up ever again. We actually do know how long items have been in our store. You know the SKU line on your listing. We put the date that it was listed, the original asking price, and our location in that line. Usually if an item, well, this is only for clothing. Let me say that. If an item of clothing has been in our store for 6 months, we will typically knock the price down to half of what we originally wanted. But we also, most of you know this, when we put them back in, so at the end of 30 days, they go to the unsolds, and then we sell similar bulk, put them all back in the store. We knock the prices down by 5% every time. And when something is 6 months old, if it had started, let's say it had started at 30 and it's down over 6 months to, like, I guess over 6 months, it would be like 30% off by then. So it'd be like sitting at 21. We would knock that price down to 15 and then just keep lowering the price 5% after that. We don't have a time limit on our clothes. Everything sits until it sells because we've already put the time in. I don't see the point in spending money on an item, putting the time in photographing it and listing it, and then just, oh, it's 6 months, I'm going to take it out and donate it. We don't do that. We just keep lowering the price by 5%. At 6 months, we'll typically make sure it's at like half of what we originally wanted. And when it reaches a point where it's no longer worth being sold at that price, we will put it in our auctions. Our auctions all start at 99 cents and they have $6.50 shipping on them. And that's like $7.50 total. And that's basically profiting $2. Usually, like each auction after eBay, PayPal fees, and shipping, there's $2 left. If we put $1 in it, we only made $1. But the stuff that goes to auction is like old. Stuff that ends up there is either like a year old or a mistake we never should have bought. Stuff we're just trying to get rid of. We literally use auctions to liquidate. we get our money back, and we make a buck. So we're still doubling our money on the stuff we're liquidating, and we're getting our money back. It's just a quick way to move it. But there's nothing I would say, oh, it's too old and take it out. Now, as far as hard goods, those sit at the original asking price we wanted until they go. Because a lot of our hard goods are very, very long tail. They are waiting for the exact right, perfect person to come along that wants to spend $25 on a Grumpy Cat plush. Or the exact right person that wants to spend $50 on a rare and unique Disneyland Jungle Book snake. So those just sit until they sell. Let me go back up. I live in an area with higher end items, but they are at higher prices. We find the higher end items, but so rarely, like we would literally be sourcing just a few things every weekend. Jeans are my absolute favorite thing to list, second only to plush. You travel to Pittsburgh a month just to get good items. I don't really think we have good items, but I mean, if you're finding them, that's great. When we were in South Carolina and Florida and we sourced at the Goodwills there, to me, that was like, oh, like all these great brands that I never see. Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. If you source a lot of things that you don't like listing or that you don't enjoy listing, what's going to happen is they're going to end up in the I don't wanna piles. And those are worse than death piles. The reason they're worse than death piles is because the I don't wannas are things that you just don't want to deal with and you're going to avoid till the end of time. I currently have a pile of I don't wannas and they're all shoes. There's a huge pile of shoes in there and I just don't want to. I wanted to when I sourced them. I really wanted to try shoes. I wanted to get over my whatever it is I have with shoes, aversion, but now they're just sitting there. So yeah, I agree with that. You've got to get stuff that you're excited to list. If there's plush or jeans in this house, they are getting listed because I love it. Hit the thrift stores wherever you go. Well, we don't really go that many places that often. We did when we were in Florida and South Carolina, like I just said, we did go to all the thrift stores there, and we came home with quite a bit of really good items, designer brands that we never see around here. We didn't really thrift when we were eBay open, but that's because we had like a certain amount of luggage on the plane that we had to deal with, and we were busy, and I had food poisoning too. See, the red, white, and blue store, every time I go there, I just feel like, ugh, there's just like nothing. I like the 99-cent stay at Goodwill. We do the Salvation Army sometimes half off, and we'll hit good stuff there. I think we're looking at maybe driving to Ohio one weekend and seeing what they have, because they're not that far away. All right, let me get back into the haul. This is a really good brand. We have had just super luck with this. Everything we find in this brand sells within a week of listing and at $20, $25 or more. Orvis. And we paid full price for this. It was $5.29. It's a polo. And it is extra, extra large. But Orvis is definitely a brand we always pick up. It moves so fast and it goes for a good bit. This is Woolrich, and I think, well, this was 99 cents. This may be one of their vintage tags. We'll have to look it up, unless anyone knows. It's a button-down green shirt. This is Christian Dior. It was 99 cents. This brand used to be something. Y'all remember when Christian Dior was something? But for 99 cents, sure. That's a yellow and white long sleeve button down men's shirt. Yeah, Orvis is great. I find like the Goodwills around us a lot of times don't know what they have. I'm sure some of you that have been around for a while have seen the times I've come home with Miss Me's that I got for 99 cents. And like the silver jeans are always at $6.99. And they never end up in, well, I shouldn't speak, let me knock on wood, but they don't end up with the special price tags or in the boutique or anything. But then sometimes I'll see Lucky brands still priced at 20 or 25. And I'm like, you guys are out of your mind. You're putting Lucky's at 25 and you're letting the Miss Me's and the silvers go to 99 cents. This is a 99-cent Tommy Bahama. Well, geez, no depth perception. This is extra, extra large too. Good size. And it is, it's not silk. It just feels like silk. It feels nice. It's pretty big. It's like a mauve color polo shirt. Yeah, Christian Dior was big around the time Holly hit her 70s. And then we have Columbia. Again, this is a brand that doesn't sell for a lot, but it sells pretty quick and it sells regularly. It moves at a good pace. It does well on Poshmark as well. And this one was 99 cents and it's got a unique print going on down there at the bottom. It's pretty cool. So that is the end of the used clothing. I told you guys we didn't pick up too much. We're kind of like trying to cherry pick. I got 2 plushies this week. I picked up this Care Bear. He is official Care Bear. Can y'all see? And I need glasses, I think. I'm getting old too. I paid $1.99 for him. Usually I get Care Bears for, if they're $2 or less. They do pretty well. Some of them, I think it just depends on the bear, because sometimes I'll list a Care Bear and it'll sell in a couple days, and some of them sit for months and then finally move. I'm not sure which one this is. What I do when I get Care Bears, if they don't have their name on their tush tag, and I don't know who he is, you can literally Google Care Bear and then whatever they have on their tummy, and it'll like pull it up immediately for you. And he's purple and sparkly. I really like him. It's gonna be hard to let this one go because he is just, he's my favorite color and he's cute. He's got like a little hamster cheek thing going on. And then this one didn't have a price tag on it, but they told me I could has him for $1.99 as well. She's like, I'll just give it to you for the Care Bear price. And I was like, okay. Because look who it is. It's Pluto. And he is a Kohl's Cares. Now, the thing about the Kohl's Cares plush, some of them are really worth a good amount of money, and some of them are poop. And I don't think they're poop. But the ones that like are priced really low, I think are because too many sellers. Too many sellers do that race to the bottom and they just ruin the market on a lot of things. So when you get the Kohl's Cares, if you're not getting it for cheap enough to take the risk, I would definitely recommend comping it. But yeah, people do that with everything. I have actually sold like big Disney Winnie the Pooh plushes, like giant ones. I've sold those for $25 plus shipping, but you see other people listing them for $12 free ship. I think that there's just some sellers who are really new and don't understand, or they're just too eager to sell things very quickly, or they don't know how to comp right and they're just listing things for way too cheap. And in that case, if I have something that I feel is worth a lot more than what I'm comping it at, if there's only 1 or 2 other of them like mine, I list mine at whatever I want, and it'll sell after the other 2. But if it's like really saturated, it's kind of like, yeah, you have to kind of let it go for less than what it's worth. But that's why I'm always, talking about how I price high and I encourage others to do it, because just like you can ruin the market by racing to the bottom, if everybody would start pricing higher again, the market would come up. Poop plush. Hey, I just sold a poop plush, and it was in my what sold video, the little blue emoji poop that I sold. But anyway, I'm hoping that a Disney Pluto, Kohl's cares, I haven't comped them yet. I'm hoping that he's still worth some money. I've moved like Dr. Seuss ones and Clifford, and they all went for pretty good money. You know, and like I said, there's times where I'm like, I don't think that this is worth only 10 free ship, so I'm going to list it what I want, and I'll sit on it, and I'll make sure that my photos are really, really good, and my keywords and my title are really, really good, and I'll still sell them, so maybe I stand out from the others because I take such care when I list it. Or there's always that theory, I'm sure you guys have heard before, sometimes people wonder what's wrong with something if it's priced too low. They think something's wrong with it, so they'll buy the thing that's higher priced because they see more value in it. He's really cute. And then I have a little bag of new with tags stuff that we found that we will look at. So this is Columbia. And it was full price, but they had it in with the t-shirts. See, it's green. So it was $1.99 full price. But this is a woman's insect blocker. Keeps bugs at bay. And the MSRP on it is $60. And it's almost like an Under Armour type shirt. It's blue and long sleeve. You have a Pluto with a broken neck. Aww. Poor Pluto. This one is pretty cool. It's the periodic table of Star Wars elements. It's an extra large. New with tags. It was also full price, so it was $1.99. These are just Rue 21, but here's the thing. They were 99 cents and they're new with tags. So, of course, I don't care if it's just Rue 21. I'm not a snob. I have no qualms. If it will flip, I will flip it. I'm trying to button them, but anyway. They're new with tags. They cost 99 cents, and they have like the trouser look on the front with these pockets here. And they're wide leg flare. They're a 9-10, so they're like an average size, but I do enjoy the new with tags part of it. Yeah, periodic table Star Wars is probably about as nerdy as you can get. This is not new with tags. It just didn't go in the wash and the dryer with the other clothes because of what it is. Pink tags. So this was 99 cents. We've never heard of the brand, but we bought it for what it is. If you look closely, you can see that this is 100% genuine suede. 99 cents. I don't care what the brand is. If it's leather or suede, I'm buying it. But we obviously can't put this through the wash and the dryer for fear of ruining it. Justin's failing at retail arbitrage. Yeah, that's another thing that sucks here around here. Our Walmarts think that clearance is 10% off. But anyway, I buttoned this up so y'all can see it. It's a nice brown suede coat. And one more thing that's new with tags. Now, the Brooks Brothers 346 is like the lower end brand of the Brooks Brothers. And we paid $3 for this, and I'm okay with that. That's fine because it's new with tags. MSRP $45. And it's different. I don't know about anyone else, but we do well with men's ties and shirts that are pink. We do well with men's clothing that's pink. I don't know if pink is making a comeback with men or what have you, but we've been doing pretty well with pink men's clothing, ties and shirts and what have yous. So this new with tags tie is, or was, I already told you, we paid $2.99 for it. I don't know. I just think it's a nice tie. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. There's your dancing hippo, Justin. I appreciate it. Thank you. You got your dancing hippo. Didn't sell a tie for a year and then boom. That's like the weird thing about ties. Like, I feel like that's typical. Like, you'll have like a dry period where you're not selling any ties, and then suddenly like 2 to 5 will go. We had a bunch of Trump ties at one point. We had like 5 that we sourced from the same Goodwill, and one person bought all 5, and she left us a note and said she actually bought them for all the best men for her wedding. And they all had a different color. They were like all the same style but different colors. So I thought that was pretty cool. She paid a lot of money for them, and she also paid to overnight them. So that was like one of our better tie sales. So that's the end of our haul. I'm going to go ahead and stay on for a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions about anything, throw them in the chat and I'll answer as many as I can. It doesn't have to be about sourcing or thrifting. When I open up the floor for questions, you guys know I always tell you can ask me about anything. The fashion industry in Milan just said that this year is about making men's fashion more feminine. Yeah, that could be true. I also think it's becoming more socially acceptable for men to wear pink. My oldest son loves pink. He wears a lot of pink. So... Landshark Picker found a seller on eBay that sells nothing but men's ties. 22,000 listings. All ties. But look at that sell-through rate. 22,000 listings. You should be selling 220 items a day at the very least. That's a 0.5% sell-through rate. But he's only selling 10 to 15 a day. So that shows you that ties are very long tail and very low sell-through rate. Jamie Pace has thousands of ties listed, and he sells ties every single day, but he has that same, the sell-through rate is really low. So if you want to consistently sell ties, it's almost like you have to have, like thousands of listings to get them to move every day. LGA, first time catching you live. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And for your comment. I'm glad that you're learning. That's what I like to do, is teach people. It's so dorky whenever I say that. I feel like a nerd. I like to help people and teach them. But I do. I really do, honestly. Oh, you know what? I have one more thing. I'm glad I looked over here because there's one more thing I sourced. Y'all can tell what this is. So this was in their display case up front, and these were $20. But now these were sourced last week because this is yellow, right? Yeah, because this week we went and got pink and they were 99 cents. So last week when yellow was 99 cents, I guess these were in our trunk. And I put them on the table to show you guys, and I didn't even realize that these were sourced a week ago. But they were. But anyway, they were 99 cents. Now the box is pretty beat up, pretty bad. It's got a rip. It's like got creases, but I'll just disclose that the box is pretty ripped up. But the shoes inside are new. And they were 99 cents. That is one tip I would like to share with you guys. So what I like to do when we go to the Goodwill, we look at the color of the week. As you come in, it's on the sign. And Keith goes to electronics first. That's his first stop. My first stop is always the boutique area, or where they have the display cases and the items locked up. And I will eyeball for two things. One, I eyeball for anything in there that is worth paying full price for, priced reasonably, you know, that we could flip and make a good return on our investment. And then I also look for the color of the week. And that is how I have ended up with Miss Me jeans for 99 cents and these Skechers. So yeah, I always beeline first thing to the really expensive stuff that's locked up, because some of those things are the color of the week and they're only 99 cents. And then sometimes you find stuff that's full price and definitely worth it. And sometimes it's really overpriced and it's not worth it. And you're like, okay, well, I'll check again when that color is 99 cents. And then Keith always, oh, these light up. I didn't know that. How cool. Do you see it? Woo! I'm trying to... How cool. But anyway, I digressed and went off on a tangent. Look how super cute these are. These are like silver and shiny, and they have that little bow. They're Velcro, which I can't say on eBay. They are just so cute, and they're called Twinkle Toes. So yeah, these are brand new. And I will just disclose that the box got beat up when I sell them. But they are so just, I can't get over how cute these are. Okay. I do not have any small children, and I only had boys. So we will stop looking at the little girl stuff. Let me see. A host pick just means that when they have their parties, they have hosts for their parties, and the hosts go through and pick their favorite items from other people's stores that fit the topic or the theme of the party. You don't have to do anything special with that item. It just means a host picked you. And inside of the party, there's a whole tab people pick on that are all the host picks. And the theory is that if you're in the host picks, you'll get shared more and you'll pick up new followers and possibly sell your items. Some people take their front photo of that item and add text to it and say host pick on it to attract people when they're in your closet. They see the item, oh, it was a host pick. But it's really not, I don't want to say it's not that big of a deal and upset anybody, but it is what it is. Pink and black shirts back in the 80s. Thanks, Lance. That's nice of you to say. We have 99 cent every single Sunday at our Goodwill. Lisa, I want those in my size. I know, I would rock those. I would totally wear them with like a Marvel shirt and just be a total dork. They do have a lot of bling. Yeah, I know it's hook and loop. I just talk, when I'm talking about it, I call it Velcro because hook and loop is lame. Yeah, our Goodwill does the half color of the week as well, and then on Sunday it goes half off. They used to start the half off on Sunday, so you'd have one color that was 99 cents and one color that was half off. They nixed that. So now we just get 99 cents. I say that like, we just get 99 cents. No, I mean, we know we're blessed. Except we don't really find designer brands or really good things. So, you know, it's, do we want to have a lot of designer brands and pay more money, or build a volume-based business on 99 cent mall brands? I mean, I don't know. Tags Boutique Things, blue tag. They have special items, and by the way, welcome in. Thank you for joining us, SORM3822. They do have sometimes, like, they have these special color tags that never go on sale. Like certain times of the year, like at Halloween, they'll have Halloween costumes. But then after Halloween, even though they're a different color, they'll put them all in one rack at like 50% off or what have yous. Thrifty Esme says, thank you for the videos for beginners. You're absolutely welcome. I'm actually really loving doing that Back to Basics series. It's been a lot of fun for me. The planning, even just the stuff behind the scenes is, and the, you know, the planning of it and stuff is really fun. Justin wears pink. That doesn't surprise me. I feel like Justin just wears whatever he wants. I feel like Justin's just like me. Like, if I like it, I'm wearing it, and I don't care if it's fashion or not. I like it. Hi, Flippin' Daddy. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. People are looking at you funny. Hi, everybody at Walmart. How are you doing? Everybody at the Walmart. Down there in Virginia. 75%. That would be nice. So yeah, I mean, it's we're blessed in one sense, but we're not in the other. So like I always say, you got to take what's in your area and work with it. If you have terrible prices, then you have to be really cherry picky. If you have really great brands, that works out. If you have crap brands but really good sales, then you can kind of make a volume-based business. If you have, I think it depends on where you live too. Let me throw this out there because I actually had a conversation with Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, just a couple of days ago. I was on the phone with him, and both him and I were just brainstorming ways to make more money and find more places to source better items. And like, Casey and I kind of came to the conclusion that it's kind of really all about where you live. So we live in Pittsburgh. It is a factory city. It was built on steel. Back in the day when steel was big, I'm sure this city was booming. We have 3 major sports teams here, and a lot of people here are blue-collar working class. And that's probably why we find what we find. And then we have friends that live like in Jersey or near New York or LA, and they find really good designer brands at the thrift stores all the time. But look at where they live. So, and then like down in Florida where Casey is, the estate sales are great because people with money retire in Florida. People who have a lot of money move to Florida and retire there. And then when they die, their homes are full of really nice, expensive, great items. And he has an abundance of like Tommy Bahama and Hawaiian shirts down there. So I think a lot of it is like based on where you live. I don't live in a place where fashion is a big deal. I don't live in a place where a lot of wealthy people live. I don't live in a place where old people with money come to retire. So we just have to make the best of what we've got. So I really do feel like it really depends on where you live, on what you're able to find. Hi to Trina's son. Hello. I'm trying to read the chat and still engage you guys, but then I feel like I'm just like reading. People are not looking at Justin funny because he's got the big old beard and a pink shirt on, I bet. Cherry Picky Picker. Yeah, that would be a good channel. Cherry Picky Picker. Say that 5 times fast. Sinuan-san, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you watching, and absolutely, you are welcome for the glossary. I am actually, like I said, I'm going to put that in the Facebook group by the end of the week. It's just going to take me some time because everything I said in the video, I pretty much have to type out, but I'll get it in a file in the group. If you're not in the Facebook group, it's in the description below. You can go ahead and join. We welcome everyone in there. We have fun. My last full-time job was in Pitts. Yeah, this isn't necessarily a bad place to live. I'm not trying to badmouth it or anything, but I'm saying the reality is this is a working class city. It's got a lot of sports teams and a lot of rivers and a casino, but we're not like, you know, the hub of fashion or where really wealthy people live or go to retire or anything like that. Aw, thank you, Morning Maid. That's sweet. Tell him I hope he feels better too, Trina. Tell him I hope that he feels better soon. Yeah, I don't want to call you Slurm, but I really read your name and want to say Slurm. I'm sorry. SLRM 3822 is 100% correct. On the other side of the other side of Pennsylvania does not have 99 cents days. So Holly and the guys, you guys know Bill and Dave of Gnome and Frog, they live, and Colleen, my friend Colleen, they live on the other side of Pennsylvania, from Lancaster to Scranton area. And they don't have 99 cents days at their Goodwill, but we do over here. So I think that it just depends on where you live too, for how your Goodwills are ran and how they have sales. There are some that don't run any sales at all, ever. Yeah, Stark Raven Law is absolutely correct about that too. If you live in a really, really small town, or really, I don't want to say poor. I want to be politically correct. If you live in a town that is money challenged. But if you live in a really small town, or a town that doesn't have a lot of money, you do have to travel. And fortunately for some people, that means very little travel, but some people travel a long ways to source. But I do have another friend who lives like 35 minutes from LA and just goes there. So you got to look at your surroundings, how far are you willing to drive, and is there any like areas near you that are better. Oh, you found, those are nice, Flippin' Daddy. Like, I say that like I'd buy them and they'd sit in my I don't want us forever. I get shoes all the time nowadays, y'all. I really have gotten over the cringy part of touching them and buying them, but now they just sit there and never get listed. Isn't that funny? Sandy. Okay, Sandy. I will remember that. Sandy. You know how I'm going to remember that? Keith's aunt's name is Sandy. See, Lancaster has good bins. And the guys did tell me that, Flippin' Daddy. If you don't know, Flippin' Daddy lives in the same town and works with Bill and Dave. So, yeah, I heard they have the good bins. And then the Value Village is that thrift store they like. Two weeks really isn't that long for an item to sit, honestly. The Thrifter Shopper vlog says she had 2 Tommy Bahamas for 2 weeks now that are 100% silk. And they're extra, extra large. Items typically aren't going to sell that fast, especially clothing. Tommy Bahamas are oversaturated. Most of ours get relisted. So, it takes a month or more to sell. So don't be discouraged. 2 weeks is really not that long, honestly. I am not originally from Pennsylvania. Community Aid is the store, Bill and Dave. No, I'm actually I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona, but I was raised by an entirely Southern family. So my mom's family had moved there from the South, and my dad's family had moved there from the South, and they met each other, got married, and both of their families were very, very Southern. In fact, my grandfather on my paternal side, my dad's dad, was a Southern Baptist preacher. But yeah, the whole family was Southern. So I grew up in Arizona, but around people who said y'all and warsh and all talked with Southern accents. And I learned how to cook Southern food and appreciate the Southern way of life, even though I didn't live in the South. I did live in the South for a while, though. I lived in North Carolina for a while. Yeah, the ones with really good graphics will go faster, but I really feel, and anybody in the chat, correct me if you feel different, but I really feel like 2 weeks is not that long for clothing to sit. It's not, electronics move fast, but not clothing. Alabama and Georgia. Yeah, you'll hear sometimes my accent will come out. I feel like I probably should have lost it, but whenever I get around someone who's Southern, oh my gosh, it's like osmosis. I just start talking like them, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not making fun of you. It's just like coming back. All right, you guys, we are at the hour mark, and you guys know that I always try to keep these videos to an hour so that I don't eat up too much of your time. In our business, time is money, and an hour is long enough to expect you guys to sit around and listen to me chat at you. Seacoast Seller, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. So for everybody that gave me an hour of their time today, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me while you were working or driving. Thank you for your comments and all of your input and your questions. You guys know that without you, there would be no Flipping Hippos. And so, you know, you are the basis of why we even exist. And I appreciate each and every one of you. All of my mods, you guys know I love you and appreciate everything you do as well. So thank you again, everybody. Go make some money. Go be productive. May the cha-chings be ever in your favor. Thanks again, guys. Smash that like button before you leave, if you would. And if you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin' Hippos. And thank you, Flippin' Daddy, so much for that super chat. You snuck in right there at the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You got your dancing hippo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Go be productive. Go do stuff. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.